top, and there's Jalen Coker, the rookie in a foot race that he'll win.
Carolina Panthers select Carolina McMillan.
Intercepted. J.C. Horn at the 40-yard line.
And welcome into our Carolina Panthers franchise series. The Panthers are going to be one of the most interesting teams in the entire NFL in this 2025 season. The Panthers have so much young talent that I showcased in the intro, but I didn't even mention Derek Brown, who's a 99 overall, it says in this game, which is insane. But Carolina's in a very interesting spot in the rebuild because it's time now for them to be a truly competitive team in year 3 of Bryce Young before he's due for his second contract. We've got head coach Brian Flakes ready to take over. If you know, you know. And here is the first look at our roster. The offensive line honestly isn't bad. The Panthers have poured a lot of resources into it the last couple of years, getting Robert Hunt in last year's free agency, Damian Lewis as well, and these guys were pretty good last year. But the key to this entire series is Bryce Young. Is he our quarterback of the future? Should we keep him long term? I think it's very dependent on how he performs this season because we need to be ready to go because he's due for that contract soon. He's got to show us some elite things and some promise in this season. He's got pretty good metrics. I mean, his accuracies are fairly high. His throw power is up to an 87, which is good enough. And then 87 speed and 89 acceleration, definitely really good for a quarterback. And at receiver, they've spent their last 2 first-round picks on Tedero McMillan and Xavier Legette. I do like both of them. I think I probably will move McMillan up to be our wide receiver 1 starting from week 1. I know Thielen's better overall right now, but again, he's older. I don't really think he's going to be on the team really outside of maybe this season. So we need to start preparing for McMillan and Legette to be our 2 receivers moving forward. But defensively is where we're going to have to put in most of our work. We have our 2 foundational players and Derek Brown on the defensive line and then J.C. Horn as our cornerback 1. But outside of those 2 players, I don't think anybody's really safe on this defense. Brown is still in the prime of his career, only 27 years old, so probably 5-6 years. He should be fine on our team. Hopefully we can win a Super Bowl with him on this roster. 98 strength and 94 block shedding. He's one of the best run defenders in the entire NFL, and we're going to continue to try and develop his pass rushing ability as well. And J.C. Horn is 25. The Panthers gave him a massive contract extension this offseason. The only problem with him is his injuries, and we do have injuries on with this series, so we got to make sure that we keep him healthy because when he's on the field, he's elite. 93 acceleration, 92 speed, 87 press, and he's just a guy that's going to get the football, create some turnovers, and we need him healthy if our defense is going to be championship caliber. It's simple as that. But first things first is our introductory press conference of Brian Flakes, the new head coach for the Carolina Panthers. We got to set the tone here. Coach, a big reason you were hired was your ability to develop talent and get the most out of players. What area will you focus on first? I think the biggest thing is developing the quarterback. We need to see what we can get out of Bryce Young this year, and I think it all starts with him. Shifting on the field, which side of the ball will your identity shine through most? It is definitely offense. I kind of view myself as a good offensive coordinator. I think that is the most important thing, especially in 2025 when it comes to football. You want your coach to have a say in the offense more likely than not. And again, we're just going to go with the quarterback. I think that's a really big part of any team and becoming a perennial Super Bowl caliber team. You need to have a good quarterback. So we're going to pour all of our resources and ability into Bryce Young. And lastly, coach, what will give you an advantage over the other coaches in this league? And if we're following the same theme, I guess we got to go with innovative play calling. We really got to get the most out of Bryce Young in our offense this year. So many young players. We got to put them in the right situations to succeed. But now training camp, and with Bryce Young, we're going to be doing this pocket presence drill, really trying to get his depth chart up. He's currently a star, which is solid. But if we want him to reach his full potential, get up to like a 90, 99 overall, we need to get him up to superstar and superstar X factor. And a decent start so far. We've already got 4 reps inside 15 seconds, but the big thing is going to be not getting hit and continuing to increase the multiplier. I'm pretty hit or miss with this drill. I can avoid the ball fairly well, but getting off and kind of predicting where the target's going to be, like that one, see, I was a little bit too far to the right, missed it. And that's going to cost us because that gives us one less throw to actually hit a target and get more points. But 4,500, we're coming down here to the home stretch. I would take silver, honestly. We got bronze there. We got 20 seconds to make a run. But obviously, gold would be more than ideal. And again, sliding over to the left. Hit this one, already down to 10 seconds. I think we need 2 to 3 more reps. I don't know if we're going to get it. There we go. There's one. Bryce, come on. Predict the next one. Back to this one. We need one more throw. Can we get it? We're going to throw it, and we did get silver. So 15,400 points. Still pretty far away from a gold medal, but we're going to take it. But now our rookie receiver, Tedero McMillan, want to do a drill with him as well because he's going to be paramount to our success moving forward, especially with Bryce Young's development. So we need to make sure he is locked and loaded. And so far, we're just kind of doing the same thing, cooking J.C. Horn, which this really shouldn't be that easy because obviously Horn, one of the best corners in the entire league. But we've got bronze so far, and we're just going to continue to just kind of zigzag here. This is how you beat this drill. And then Bryce throws an absolute horrible pass. What was that? We were wide open off the ball, and now he might end up selling us. And then I don't know if we're going to be able to get at least silver now. We're going to lose the multiplier, and we just got to make some magic happen. Bryce again just took way too long. But McMillan, mossing Horn in the end zone. We need him to do that all season long. Another catch. We got silver, so we probably could have gotten gold if Bryce Young just threw a good pass, but we're just going to take that again. Just way too slow on the pass. We're going to take our silver, though. And now trench battle with Nick Scordon. The Panthers drafted 2 pass rushers, and Scordon and Princely Humilian from Ole Miss. If we can get one of these pass rushers, just at least one, to hit to pair with Derek Brown, that would be huge for us and honestly make our defense a lot better. So we're going to try and get his dev trade up, and there we are. Pretty good, honestly, first rep. We're already almost up to silver. Maybe this will be the best one that we can do with Scordon here if we take advantage here on the second rep. Scordon again. Great little power and finesse moves to just get around the tackles. Little swim move right there. Robert Hunt can't hold us. And again, getting past. Really good reps, honestly. And we're up to gold. Just like that was Scordon. Maybe he's the guy to watch on our rookie season. And then we're going to get pushed out of bounds. But you know what? Doesn't matter. We got gold. And that's a pretty successful training camp. I guess the final drill we can do is DB battle with J.C. Horn. He's only a star dev, so it would be cool to get him up. And his first pass is going deep, but J.C. Horn breaks it up. That was close. But getting him up to superstar or superstar X factor would be really big for us. And come on, Bryce, that's way too late. Probably one more pick gets us in gold range, but we just want to prevent it. And just a good route from Thielen, honestly. So we got to get another turnover at this point if we want gold. And Bryce going deep. How did we not pick that off? 4 reps left. I like guarding these in routes, and it's going to be a whip route this time. So gold is probably off the table, but as long as we can get a pick, we got silver. There's no way Thielen just did that. There's no way. That was pretty good coverage. And again, we can't break up a pass. So we have 1 rep left with silver on the line. And Thielen in the end zone. J.C. Horn is there, and he didn't pick it off. But we got silver. We're just going to take that as well. So I guess we also have a position battle. We're in the coach's office for week 1. We are going to be playing all the preseason games in this video, just prepping for the regular season and getting this franchise ready to go. So we have Brian Flakes talking here. Surprised you're not in pads. We got practice in a few. And it's Rico Dowdle. Before we get to it, I want to talk about my place on the depth chart. I really believe I can handle being the top halfback on this team. I don't really agree with that. Chuba Hubbard, really good running back. And I think we're just going to say we'll talk after the preseason and just kind of push this down the way. So the upgrade for J.C. Horn, I guess I'm just going to put it on man-to-man. I still think that can be the big strength of him on our defense. Tedero McMillan, we're going to stay with physical. I really want him to be a huge red zone threat for us in year 1, so he's up to a 78 overall. And for Bryce Young, I guess we'll go field general. I think probably the best of both worlds using this, helping out our accuracy. And then Nick Scordon as well, we're going to go power rusher, get him up to a 75 overall. He's a sneaky player to look out for. But here we go, our first preseason game of the video against the Cleveland Browns. This just happened this past weekend. Shedeur Sanders had a pretty good game. I wonder if he's going to get some action in this game as well. We are going to have our starting offense out for our first drive. And Chuba Hubbard, let's see what he can do on his first carry. Right up the middle, and Chuba Hubbard is gone. Can he outrun Denzel Ward? Chuba Hubbard, he's inside the 20, the 10, and he's tackled inside the 5-yard line. Oh my goodness, I thought he was gone. And now we have a chance to target Tedero McMillan inside the red zone, and he's going to hold on to it. Touchdown, Panthers. What a drive. And the first team offense is in for another drive, moving it down the field fairly easily on this Browns defense. Hubbard up the middle, this time going nowhere. But you know, it's the preseason, so we're going to go for it here. Maybe try and find Leggett on this little slant route, and he's not going to be open. Bryce Young's under some pressure. We're just going to throw it to Leggett, and it's going to be picked off. It's all right, preseason, trying to make a play happen. But we've already got the football back again. We got the red rifle in, and Hunter Renfrow, his return to the NFL, we're just going to throw underneath here. And that was a terrible throw. Guess we can practice our field goal kicking as well. Go up 10-0 against the Browns here. And that's up and it is good. 10-0. There's been no moments yet for our defense. I guess the Browns really haven't gotten anything going. But again here, underneath, we're going to fire it, and Trimble holds on to it. Pretty bad throw again from Dalton. But now we've got a 3rd and 10, basically inside the red zone, so we're just going to try and take care of the ball here, and Moore does hold on to it. I guess our defense is just generational. Force another turnover. Trevor Etienne now in the game. One of the picks for the Panthers. We're going to throw a little screen pass here, and he's going to get all the way inside the 5-yard line. We are destroying the Browns. I haven't even had to play one moment on defense so far. But coming down to the end of this first half, 15 seconds to go, and Tommy Tremble should be open. Andy Dalton is terrible. We've got 10 seconds left now. Very similar concept. Tremble underneath, holds on. We're blowing them out. We finally have our first moment on defense. It's 4th and 5. The Browns are going for it, down 20-0 here. In the 4th quarter, Pickett looking for somebody open. He had plenty of open targets there, and they are going to get the first down. In the regular season, I will be playing every snap, but in the preseason, I just think the moments are probably more appetizing to watch, and Pickett again going deep. It's incomplete. Coming down to 6 minutes to play, we got a 3rd and 4. Trevor Etienne still in the game, and he's going to run for it, and he's going to fumble the football. We are likely going to pick it up, though. But now we've got one-on-one coverage here, 3rd and 6. Renfro, I wonder if we give him a shot here in the end zone. Renfro going deep, and he's going to hold on to it. Hunter Renfro, what a catch. Honestly, felt way too easy. 27-0 against the Browns. Kevin Stefanski, not a great start for his offense. We've got a few player upgrades as well from that game. Nick Scorton, another upgrade. He's actually going to be a good player for us, I think. I did like Scorton coming out of Texas A&M. Honestly, people thought maybe he would go in the 1st round, and that didn't end up happening, but I think the Panthers got really good value in day 2. I think, again, we'll go speed rusher. Now he's up to a 76 overall. Honestly, maybe our best pure pass rusher on this team now. Now, Ep.1 Ekwonu is a former pretty high pick. I think he was, what, the 6th overall pick or 5th? Very high for the Panthers, and we need him to be a really good player for us moving forward because left tackle is so important once you have a young quarterback. And the last big upgrade is Xavier Legette. I think I'm going to put it on deep threat. I want him to have that role in our offense, a more physical player. We'll use McMillan more for our red zone and kind of jump ball receiver, but as our deep threat, I think I want Legette to have that role moving forward. But this week we're on the road in NRG Stadium with kind of a rival in the Houston Texans because of the whole CJ Stroud, Bryce Young debate. Hopefully we can get the best of them today in our 2nd preseason game. We are going to get a first look at our defense. We do have Nick Scorton starting. Same with Derek Brown, of course. And 3rd and 5 with CJ Stroud on this opening drive, and he's going to fire underneath, and it's going to be caught for a first down. The Texans have moved it right down the field, but they're again facing a 3rd and 5 at the 16-yard line. I guess pass, and Stroud's going to go to the end zone, and he's out of bounds. J.C. Horn on the coverage kind of got beat there. But we are going to hold him to a field goal, so I like our defense. Bend but not break there. Definitely want that in the regular season. Their field goal kicker, and we ran into him. Yeah, that guy's getting cut. That guy's getting cut. Let me look at the play, and let me see his number because he's getting cut. He's not making the team after that. Let me see who it was. Nick Scott. All right, I'll remember it because now the Texans have a chance to score a touchdown. Joe Mixon up the middle for a couple yards, and you guys literally saw that. That was not me using Nick Scott there and running to the kicker. That was all the CPU, so I don't want him on this team in the regular season. We've got Houston again on a 3rd down. I'm bringing a blitz. I'm pretty sure Josie Jewell was cut by the Panthers, and we're going to be using him here. But the Texans are short again. So they're again going to settle for a field goal. And hopefully this time, dumb Nick Scott does not run to the kicker. And he does. But now early in the 2nd quarter, our first team offense is still in the game. I want to get a scoring drive here. I think we did okay in our first game. A 2-play touchdown. But again, Bryce Young getting outside the pocket. Derek Stingley, what a play. Oh my goodness. I'm going to be honest. I'm kind of selling Bryce Young. I thought he could make that throw. There was enough space there on the move. But Derek Stingley's just insane. One of the best, if not the best corner in football. CJ Stroud now. Oh my goodness, what a play. It's fine though. We got a 2-minute drill. We need Bryce Young to respond. We've seen him do it before. Across the middle of the field here. It's Adam Thielen with some good speed. Adam Thielen up the left sideline. Huge game. We're going no huddle here. We want to try and get a touchdown before half. Maybe Legette or McMillan. I really want to get some of our young receivers some targets. Here's McMillan underneath. He's going to hold on. We'll call a timeout. But 2nd and 2 again. And again, cross the middle of the field. We're just going to throw it to Sanders now. I really like Jatavion Sanders. He's out of bounds. Really good drive so far. We might be throwing this to McMillan. If that safety bites down, I really want to utilize some of these reps here. He's not going to, so we're going to move off of it. Throw underneath here to Sanders again. We're not going to use a timeout. We still got plenty of time. We're going to go no huddle and just try and get in the end zone before half. Feeling on this little interesting route. Could potentially be a good place to go, but he's not going to get open. We're just going to run with Bryce Young, get out of bounds. With 15 seconds to go in this half, I really want to get McMillan a touchdown. I think we could really help his development out before the regular season even begins. And McMillan, hit as we throw, it's incomplete. Got to be careful forcing the pass here, but I really want to get McMillan up. And again, we're just going to fire it to him. And Bryce Young whiffed on the throw. So we got a timeout to use. I'm just going to try and give Chuba Hubbard a carry. He's up the middle, going nowhere. But we're going to go for it on 4th and goal. Going to try another mesh concept. McMillan, can he get open? Bryce throws it, hit as he throws. It's incomplete again. Frustrating couple of drives in offense. We now have Andy Dalton and all the backups in. So maybe we can go down the field now and score. Dalton is just so inaccurate. It's insane. We're going to go for it again on 4th and inches. Try and get some points eventually. And Dalton again, dude, he's bad. We still have some starters in on defense. Trevon Moehrig, pretty sure he's going to be a starter for the Panthers this season. But Davis Mills under some pressure, and he somehow got that pass off. It's now the 4th quarter, and we're down 17-0. So we're not going to be coming back in this one, especially with Andy Dalton. But we can at least try and score. And oh my gosh, can he throw one accurate pass? Every throw is too high. I mean, it's terrible. But 3rd and 4, we just got to score some points now for morale. Underneath again, love this mesh concept. And Mitchell is in the end zone. No shutout. Probably the last play of this game, 4th and 3. We did get the ball back, but it's a little bit too late. And Dalton got it out to Etienne. But that's going to be the ball game. And we're going to lose. Our second preseason game, 20-7 against DeMeco Ryans and the Texans. We did get Tedero McMillan, yet another upgrade. That's going to go to physical again. And he's now an 80 overall, which is really cool before even week 1. We do have some injury updates. So Jonathan Brooks, he has the complete ACL tear, which means he's going to be done for the season, but I think we already kind of knew that. And Jalen Coker, 4 to 8 weeks with broken ribs. So maybe our wide receiver 3, 4, he's going to be out for at least the first half of the season, which I don't love. So our trainer here is going to talk to us on how we can prevent injuries moving forward, which would be huge. So we got to make sure we're setting the weekly strategy to utilize our abilities to affect the players' healths. Healing Accelerator can help players return. I think this is just the coach abilities that they added in the game this year. So I'm just going to maybe invest in there. I think I probably don't want to spend most of our points into that early on, but we'll see how it goes. But our final preseason game is against the Pittsburgh Steelers, and it's a very rainy one at Bank of America Stadium. I kind of like that, though. That's good prep for the regular season again. We've got the starting offense out there again, and I want to have another scoring drive. Was not great last week against the Texans, just not good in the passing game. We just got to ride Chuba Hubbard, I think. It does scare me a little bit because we lost Coker last week. I don't want to lose another key player on our team. I mean, that would be brutal. But again, Hubbard is so good. He took a big hit, though. 2 good runs, and now we're going to run a little play action here. Try and get the linebackers to come down, and McMillan on this little comeback route. Beautiful route and throw from Bryce Young. Brian Flakes flawlessly drawing up the offense. And again, some play action here. Bryce gets out of the move. We're going to throw it to Leggett, I think. And he didn't catch it, but there's a flag on the play. And an eligible man downfield. Only 3 down linemen for the Steelers, so we're going to go back to the run here. Hubbard right up the middle, breaks a tackle. Couple more. Good run. Hubbard is seriously one of the more underrated running backs in the league. We have to make sure he has a good season this year because we got to keep the balance. I can't be throwing too much with Bryce and putting it all on him. Now we got 3rd and short again. Gonna audible to McMillan on this streak route, and if he's open one-on-one coverage, we're throwing it. McMillan's got the one-on-one coverage. McMillan in the end zone. It's incomplete. Maybe you can argue I don't put air under that one. I just throw it as a bullet, but I wasn't sure what that corner was doing. But on 4th and 2, we're going to run it up the middle again. Hubbard's got it. Another nice run. And Robert Hunt just got hurt. And that is why I don't want to play starters in the preseason. That is really not ideal. And now Rico Dowdle, he wanted the starting running back position. Let's see what he can do on this little screen pass here. And Dowdle can't make a man miss. But now 3rd and 11. I'm going to see if McMillan gets one-on-one coverage again. He does. McMillan. Bryce Young to McMillan. It's unstoppable. And Chuba Hubbard also hurt. Ankle bruise. He will return soon. So that is great. We're just going to sub in Dowdle. And literally what I just said about our offense, I didn't want to lose key players. And we lose maybe the best pure player on our offensive line. And then maybe the best pure player on our entire offense. And Chuba Hubbard. And look at Dowdle go. I don't know what just happened, but Dowdle's in for the end zone. It's 7-0 Panthers. What an opening drive. We've been fairly healthy so far in defense, and hopefully we can continue that here. Derek Brown in some coverage. He's in a lob it deep to DK Metcalf. And, Oh my gosh. JC Horn just got mossed. That's not even a huge part of Metcalf's game. He's not a 50-50 jump ball receiver, but he just absolutely mossed JC Horn. Metcalf in motion here. It's going to be a pass. Rodgers dropping back. Nobody's really open. He's under some pressure. He gets it away just barely. We're going to bring a blitz here. I'm not going to let Rodgers just scan the field. We're going to try and get some heat on him. It doesn't even matter. Metcalf, touchdown. Our offense couldn't do anything, so our next moment is on defense, and Rodgers again has the Steelers on the move. Under some pressure here. Good blitz. Our starting offense is still in the game in the third quarter, which I don't love, but I guess we really want to get reps. Chuba Hubbard and Robert Hunt are back in, which I chose to sub them out, so I don't know why that's happening, but we'll take it anyway, because McMillan, another huge first down catch. I really want to get him another touchdown, so we can get him up to like an 81 or 82 overall before the start of the regular season. But outside the pocket here, Leggett holds on. A little inaccurate from Bryce Young, but we still got it there. And now we're going to run some play action to the other side of the field and hopefully hit McMillan on this little over route. So some play action again. And he's not really open. We're just going to run with Bryce Young. Just don't get hurt. Bryce is in the end zone, took a big hit. But the Steelers are trying to get out of here and win their last preseason game. 2.5 minutes to go. Tie ball game, but they're on the move. Mason Rudolph underneath here for a short game. I still don't know why JC Horn is playing like safety for us and Trevon Moehrig is in. It's really weird, but Steelers trying to go forward here on 2nd and 5, and Mason Rudolph runs for a first. Had pretty good coverage in the back end of our defense, just nobody could get home with a pass rush. But probably just going to do 3 runs, kick the field goal. And here's the first run, right outside. Good stop. And now they're going to go empty. Empty with Mason Rudolph. Kind of interesting. Maybe we can force a turnover here. We've got Wallace underneath, and he's going to fire it. There's no way he caught that. And now 3rd and inches, I'm just going to run commit up the middle. There's nothing else we can really do here. Of course, it's a pass. The Steelers' little screen pass. And their running back is in the end zone. We've got Andy Dalton in the game. Can we go down the field and win this game with a 2-point conversion? That's all I'm thinking about right now. And our first pass, another pretty inaccurate one, but Moore holds on. We got to go no huddle. We only have 1 timeout. Don't have time to waste here. And now again, just going to dump it underneath. We have a block there. I guess we're going to use our timeout now. The problem is none of these short passes really help us at all. We need somebody to get deep for a chunk play. We're just going to lob it up to Trimble. Nobody will block. It might just be a 50-50 ball to Hunter Renfrow. The small, white receiver. We're just going to lob it up. Renfrow, go get it. Hunter Renfrow. Nobody can get open deep. How about Jimmy Horn Jr.? He's been a big breakout in camp for the Panthers this year. Dalton fires. He can't get it off. It has been so unenjoyable to use Andy Dalton. He is really, really bad in this game. We're going to try it again. Jimmy Horn Jr. He's got it, and he had a chance to catch that, but it's incomplete. And we're going to lose our final preseason game. 21-14, lost to the Steelers. We go to 1-2 now, which isn't the end-all be-all, obviously, just the preseason. But I would have liked to win one of these past 2 games. But before week 1, we also have to cut, I think, around 20 players. And Dan Chisena, he's going to be the first casualty. We just don't need him at all. He's a 60 overall receiver. I think really all these guys we're just going to cut. I mean, who needs these low 60 overall players? So we're going to just do all these. Should be fine for me. I don't think any of these guys are one on the practice squad either. I mean, they're just simply not very good players. Brandon Walton, another guy I'm fine cutting. Same with Amani Bailey. We don't need him on the roster. Laden Trellis, going to cut him. Kobe Hudson, going to cut him. Let's see if I can put any of these players in the practice squad. I don't think we can with James Mitchell, so we're going to keep him. Maybe it's just easier to go by player position. We're obviously going to keep both of those quarterbacks. Running back, I think we don't need 4, but we can't really move anybody to the practice squad except for Trevor Etienne. I guess we're going to have to keep 4 running backs. Fullback, we don't have any receiver. I guess we can move Jacoby George to the practice squad. I want to keep Jimmy Horn Jr. because he will get claimed, I think, and we'll just keep, what is that, 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's pretty good, I think, for a receiver. Tight end James Mitchell, Mitchell Evans, Tommy Tremble, Jatavion Sanders. I think one of these guys we got to move. Honestly, we're just going to cut James Mitchell, I think. Keep Mitchell Evans, and I think 3 tight ends is good enough. I don't think we need 3 left tackles, so Josh Neiman, we're going to cut him as well. We're already down to 9 players we have to cut. More guards, I don't think DeTray Carter is very good. Another player I'm just going to cut from this team. Center will keep 2. Right guard, we'll keep another one as well. And right tackle, we don't have another right tackle. So hopefully we don't really need one because we don't have anybody currently on the roster. Thomas Incoom, we'll just move him to the practice squad as well and keep 3 right edges. Sam Roberts, I'm going to cut. Jaden Crumedy, I don't think we need him either. I mean, we have a lot of defensive tackles. We're going to cut him. We'll move LeBrayan Ray to the practice squad. And honestly, I guess we'll just stick with all these players for now. Ike linebacker, Jacoby Windman. I mean, a 64 overall. This guy's just not going to do anything for us, especially even on the practice squad. Like, he's not really going to develop. We need a little bit of depth, though, so we're going to keep him. We are going to cut MJ Devonshire, 66 overall. Keeps us with 5 cornerbacks on the active roster, which may be a little bit thin, but we don't need 2 kickers. I mean, they're basically the exact same as well, so we're just going to do the one that gives us cap space. So Matthew Wright, we are going to cut and keep Ryan Fitzgerald. We have to cut one more player, and I guess we're just going to make it a defensive tackle. So Boogie Basham or Shy Tuttle, but basically the exact same, but Boogie's a little bit younger, so we're going to cut Shy Tuttle, I believe, and save around $3 million. And that's all the preseason cuts we have to do. So here comes Rico Dowdle asking to be the starter again. And that's just not going to happen. So we're just going to say you're not ready. Hopefully he doesn't get too mad. But we have to keep Hubbard, obviously, as our starting running back. And he's upset about it, but too bad. I do want to go ahead and upgrade and buy some abilities as well. So I guess the first thing we're going to do is just spend all of our points cool under pressure. I guess why not just kind of max this out? If you guys have any tips moving forward, what are the best abilities to use? I would really appreciate that because I'm not too in tune with the nitty gritty of Madden 26. But we're going to max out this ability as well to get more training boosts for Bryce Young as well. We're down to 127 points. And maybe because we have so many young receivers, I'll try and purchase this ability as well to get our receivers upgraded. This should really help out Xavier Legette and of course Tedero and McMillan. We can get this up to, I think, what, the platinum tier or gold tier. So that's a pretty good start and use of all of our points for our abilities. But in the next episode of Panthers Franchise, we will be starting off the regular season against the Jacksonville Jaguars. And we do have the overall advantage, but this is going to be a pretty tough game on the road. We will also take a look at the draft class and make sure our scouts are aligned. So be on the lookout for episode 2. I hope to see you guys there.